Hi, good evening, guys, and welcome to Storyteller's Corner. Thank you for joining me. And now we're back off to Topsy Tickle Town, which is over that way. I can see them all tinkering about in the town square as we speak. So let's get over there and see what's going off in Topsy Tickle Town for chapter 24, Professor Fumblepops and the rocket that was definitely not ready. So let's read on, guys. Professor Fumblepops had been quiet, and that worried everyone. When the professor in Topsy Tickle Town became quiet, it usually meant something was ticking, humming, or politely about to explode. "I have invented," he announced at breakfast, standing on his chair that immediately resigned, a rocket. The chair collapsed in awe. "A rocket?" repeated Mayor Pennywig Puddlewump, sharpening her pencil nervously. "Yes," said the Professor Fumblepops, "for a journey to the moon." Mayor Jigglywigs clapped. "I've always wanted to wave at cheese." The rocket stood in the square by lunchtime. It leaned, it whistled. It appeared to be made of umbrellas, kettles, and something borrowed from a bakery that Oliver wanted back. Captain Wobbleboots saluted it. The rocket saluted first. So Stumblepants tripped over the launch button and apologized to it profusely. "This is not ready," Pennywig said firmly. Professor Fumblepot adjusted his goggles. "Correct. That is why it must be tested." But before anyone could test anything, the giggle clock struck. Oh dear. The hourglass tipped itself and the rocket began counting down out of order. 3, 2, 7. Biscuits. Nanny Noodlewig calmly poured tea. "Someone," she said, "is going to the moon, whether they mean to or not." With a pop and a whoosh and a noise like a kettle sneezing, the rocket lifted off 6 inches, then 12, then sideways. It bumped into the fountain, waved to the pigeons' choir, and shot straight upwards. Inside was Professor Fumblepops, Mayor Jigglywig, who brought snacks, Captain Wobbleboots for balance, and Sir Stumblepants by accident. He shouldn't have been in there, but the town stared skywards. "Well," said Pennywig, right in fury, "this was not on today's schedule." Far above, the rocket wobbled happily. "Next stop," cried Professor Fumblepops. "The moon," cried Mayor Jigglywig. "Oops," cried Sir Stumblepants. It was a passenger who wasn't even supposed to be in there. And the moon blinked. So it just goes to show, guys, big dreams are wonderful, especially when they are accidentally included snacks. Join me tomorrow, guys, for chapter 25, which is the title is "The Moon which were not expecting visitors." So looks like they made it to the moon and they've landed. So let's see how they get on tomorrow, guys, Thursday, and see what happens on the moon. And the moon's not very happy by all accounts, I can see that. So join me for that, guys. But first, before we go to that tomorrow evening, we'll be visiting the Season of Polite Longing for chapter 22, A Promise Fulfilled. Do you remember that Eleanor Whitcomb has gone to Westgate Cove to be with Edward Fairchild? I don't know if she's going to stay or go, but they're going to make up their minds anyway. So let's see what happens there. But in the meantime, guys, thank you for joining me in Storyteller's Corner, and have a lovely Wednesday evening, guys. God bless us all and take care. Bye bye.